Well, you can see things are starting to wind. Well, if you can't tell by now, things are really starting to even up around here. I'm having to hide out of the wind because we haven't gotten a break from that for a few days. Still, you can see the smoke in the air. We've got a fire burning about 6 or 7 miles from here, so it's been a little stressful around the old neighborhood. But anyway, today was the first time I decided to go ahead and punch this in the face with some nitrogen, but I really didn't do a whole lot. I ran green punch out here, filled up the ortho sprayer about 32 ounces, ran it over 2,500 square feet. So I actually did a little bit of a lighter load, right around 12, 13 ounces per thousand. Planning on coming back out 7 to 10 days from now and giving it another hit. Now, I have dethatched this thing 4 times, and every time I've gotten a good load of debris out of it. I'm giving that a little bit of a break, and I'm going to let everything sort of grow up and flush up a little bit and try to see if the color starts to equalize a little bit more on some of these other pieces. The good news is the yellow is gone. I definitely put it through some stress by mowing it as low as I did and just running that dethatcher over it and over it and over it again. So I feel pretty good about that, actually, just to put it through a little bit of extra stress. Now the big thing is we're getting through the heat right now. Temps right around 90 degrees, dry, and next week it's really going to cool down. So there should be a major shift in the way this turf is growing just because the weather is going to be changing. Let's go talk about something else real quick. So over behind me here was probably one of the worst places for where that sort of stair step thing was happening with the sod cut. And I really didn't want to have to go through and level this out, you know, bring the leveling rake up and start brushing through here. But I've come to the conclusion that that is inevitable. However, I've also come to the conclusion, or at least the decision, that I will not be doing that this year. And here's why. Because this has just settled in onto the hill, because this hill is actually new and not native at all, it is going to shift and it's going to settle. And chances are this winter it's going to heave and move a little bit. So I'm going to wait until the springtime. I'm going to let this be what it is. I'm going to let the turf grow up. I'm going to let everything heal. Just feed it, take it through the season, mow it up a little bit higher, let it just get stable and in a good place. And then in the springtime, come through, brush it out, level it all out, and make sure that it's just a nice and smooth surface. I just have a feeling that I'm going to see some dips and rises in here, again, depending on how the snowfall is. So the whole thing could end up, you know, being a much larger project, which is fine, just something to look forward to. So I guess the big question for a lot of you is, why have I been doing what I've been doing? Why dethatch it? Why mow it down? Why do all of that? Well, I'd mentioned that I was going to be seeding this through with RPR, and the time is now. The heat is about to start dropping off, and it's a great time to go ahead and get my grass seed down, and I wanted to clear this out as much as possible before I come through and run that through here to give it the most possible success that it can. Now, I'm not going to do much else. I'm not slice seeding it. I'm just going to broadcast that with a little whiz spreader, and then that's going to be it. I'll put a couple pounds down, maybe 3 pounds down per 1,000. So I'm going to do a fairly heavy shot, really, and just let it grow up here through the fall and see what it does to sort of balance this place out. So I have a significant amount of RPR on hand, way more than I need, and it'll be nice to kind of keep around because I have a feeling other people that I know are going to end up wanting to do this. So another question that I've gotten though is, why do I want to do that? Well, it's kind of interesting is when I actually had some of that rye growing up in my lawn last year, the kids really liked it. They liked how soft it was. They liked the color. They thought it was pretty nice. So I figured this time I don't really need to go single cultivar. I had straight midnight Kentucky blue down on the lawn before. This is going to be kind of a hodgepodge of different grasses growing up here, and it's just really for the color and call it the playability, not for sports, but for kids. That's really what I'm going to be going for up here. So overall, I really like that grass. I like how it cuts. I like how it looks. It's just going to give this place just another dimension of color, and I think that's a good thing. The few good things that I do have going on is, since this is going to get onto its regularly scheduled maintenance feedings, that's all going to benefit that seed as well. And it's just going to have a great life getting started. And it's going to make this place look absolutely epic. So there you go. That's why I'm doing it. Well, I sure hope you guys enjoyed that, because I certainly didn't. I only got that water roller up to do some stuff on the green, and it was absolutely pointless and useless. So I thought I would take that pointless and useless thing up onto the yard and do more pointless and useless stuff. And it really didn't do anything. You know, just the way that that grass is cut is just the way that it's cut, and now you know. But it doesn't matter, because it looks good right now, it's awesome, whatever. All you need to know is next year, after winter and everything settles in, I will be out there pushing around some topsoil, leveling things up after I see how much this hill shifts. So there you go. Hope you're happy, and you guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you real soon. See ya.